Today we're going to talk about the chakras associated with the emotions of anger, fear, worry, and grief. So let's talk about anger. Anger is housed in the root chakra. Anger is one of the most powerful emotions that we can conjure up in our bodies, and it gets such a bad rap because when we get mad, when we are in the wave of madness, we will tear some stuff up. Okay? It don't matter if it's within your family, if you're having an issue with a friend, a lover, or if you're out in the world. When you mad, you get stuff done, don't you? You know. And so when we think about anger, it's very important to then understand, what do I do with all of this energy? Because you get like a burst of energy when you're angry, right? Think about the last time you were in a physical altercation with someone, right? That burst of adrenaline comes through because the brain is communicating now to your adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands are connected to the root chakra, right? So it's sending all of this adrenaline and this cortisol, which helps you to manage your stress. It's sending all of that to your body at the same time. And it's like when fuel gets to the engine, like that. So in the moment that is happening to you, what do you do with it? The adrenal glands are also responsible for managing your sexual hormones. Okay. And they sit right above the kidneys. The adrenal glands sit right above the kidneys. And this is just important for you to know what chakras are associated with what organs and what happens if the energy in that particular space goes unchecked, because these are the parts of the body that will physically be altered as a result of not having dealt with that energy. One of the first things that I tell people as it relates to transmuting that energy of anger is to get it outside of your body. In energy medicine, they say that if you leave emotions unchecked, the energy of the emotions unchecked, then eventually it can metastasize. It can turn into something physical and cause you physical illness, dis-ease, or disease. Okay. So as melanated people especially, we are taught to push our anger down, to not express it, to not be angry, to be peaceful. But everybody experiences anger in our society. We are not encouraged to express our anger in a constructive way. We're just told to just get rid of it, leave it alone. I say that's harmful for you. What I encourage people to do is go somewhere and scream, wail, get it outside of yourself. When's the last time you had a real good cry? I'm talking about a cry that you cried so hard you had to go to sleep afterwards. When was the last time you just literally wailed, screamed? When was the last time you did it? Okay? That's one of the ways that you can get that anger energy out. Okay, you have to express it, not truncate it down into your shadow. You don't want to do that. The other thing that I do, just on a quick, when I'm upset, I deep clean my kitchen or my bathroom, because I'm now being propelled by something otherworldly, it feels like. So I get like this little brush, and I get in there and I take everything off my kitchen counters, and I get all the grout, I get it all. I get everything. I get the cabinet doors. I get it all. And by the time I'm done, I'm breathing hard, like I have worked out, because I'm in there moving in a mad fury. But I use that anger energy to propel me and to work for me. Okay? So that's some ways that you can transmute that energy in that particular space. I'm going to go into further detail. I just wanted to say that we do have ways that we can transmute the energy immediately, okay? But I'm going to go into some very specific techniques here. All right, so let's think about the heart chakra, okay? I want to talk about the connection between the heart chakra and the root chakra, okay? Because they are very much so connected. When we think about the heart chakra, the emotions associated with it that we think of off the bat are love and forgiveness and compassion for yourself first, and then for other people. But what about grief? What about grief, right? Grief is not only connected to the heart chakra, but also to the throat chakra. What is grief but depression around the loss of something, right? The loss of a friend, a pet, a job, a lover, someone, and so forth. And when you stay in grief for too long, the heart sends a distress signal to the brain. And when the brain receives the distress signal, it says, oh, we're not safe. We're not safe. Let me send a signal down to the adrenal glands, because now we need some survival chemicals to be flowing through the body. So it contacts and reaches down into the adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands are located where? in the root chakra or connected to the root chakra, okay? Your survival chakra, the get it done chakra, the sense of action chakra, okay? So when the heart sends the distress signal to the brain sends the signal down to the adrenal glands release what? Your adrenaline and your cortisol, okay? You are now in survival mode. The idea is to stay as much as possible in a healing space. And in order to be in that healing space, you must be calm. Imagine that. Because when you are calm, when your heart rate is slow, your brain thinks that you are safe. And when you are safe, there is no need for adrenaline. There is no need for cortisol, right? You know what can flow? Serotonin can flow. Serotonin is a healing chemical. And all of the other healing chemicals, your body will naturally go into a healing state. So that is what we're talking about right now. How to get your body back into that healing state so that you're getting what you need consistently, all right? Let's talk about the solar plexus and the energy of fear and anxiety and worry. Those are the emotions associated with some of the emotions associated with your solar plexus or your navel chakra. The solar plexus has a gut-brain connection, right? Know that your heart and your gut can operate independently from your brain. They actually send messages to the brain. The heart has about 1,000 neurons in it that have connections and make neural connections and everything very similar to the brain. You can look this up on heartmath.com and learn more about how your heart works independently from your brain. Same thing with the gut. It is its own response system, okay? The solar plexus is connected to your digestive center, and when it is out of balance, you may experience fear, anxiety, eating disorders, and so on. So when you are in fear is a very helpful evolutionary emotion, right? If you've never felt fear, you could walk into a lion's den and be eaten, okay? And so what the fear teaches you is how to protect yourself and how to be aware, okay? A constant state of fear is not okay, because what does it do? When you are in a constant state of fear, worry, anxiety, it sends a signal to the brain. The brain says, uh-oh, send the adrenaline, communicates down to the root chakra, activates your adrenal glands. Adrenal glands sends adrenaline, cortisol. Adrenaline, cortisol. You are now in survival mode. If you have persistent anxiety, you are in a constant state of survival. If you are experiencing depression, constant state of survival. So your body is not healing at that time. On no level, it is surviving. All right? So this is very important for you to know, to understand how your body is working, how your body is operating for you during times of extreme stress. All right? And right now, a lot of us are experiencing this, and it's happening rapidly and instantly. You may not even realize it. And this is why we have to be so in tune with our emotions, because your emotions are like that first clue, that first alert that lets you know, hey, it's something you need to tend to here. It's something you need to tend to here. Okay? So when you start to feel those emotions, thank them for the message. Don't be frustrated. Thank them for the message. And then go in and see what's going on. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling? How do you feel? How have you been feeling? And how long have you been feeling it? Take some time off. Take some time away. Take time in the moment to rebalance yourself, to center yourself, to check in with yourself, to love on yourself.